You don't need to be rich to invest, but you do need to invest to become rich. That's the truth nobody ever told you. While you're waiting for the right moment, compound interest is already working, just not for you. Today, you're going to learn how to go from absolute zero, even without experience or large amounts of money, and take real first steps toward becoming a smart investor. One step at a time, with clarity, safety, and strategy. Stay with me until the end, because today you're not just going to learn about investing, you're going to start building real wealth. The biggest barrier between you and the investment world isn't a lack of money, it's fear. Fear of losing everything, making the wrong choices, not understanding the charts, the numbers, the expert language. For many people, investing feels distant, too technical, something reserved only for those who already have wealth or access to insider knowledge. But here's a truth no one tells you. Most people never start because they believe they need to know everything before taking the first step. And that paralyzes them, freezes them. You've probably told yourself, I'll start next month. When I have some extra money, I'll figure it out. Now's not the right time, but the right time never comes. Time passes, money slips away, and the future stays on autopilot. But do you know what separates those who build wealth from those who spend a lifetime just trying? The decision to start, even without having all the answers. A smart investor isn't born ready. They're shaped by small, consistent decisions. And it all begins with understanding that you don't need to master the game. You just need to enter it the right way. And that's exactly what we're going to explore next. Now that you understand you don't need to know everything to get started, it's time to build your foundation. Every smart investor begins with 3 essential steps. Think of them as the pillars of your financial freedom. The first is simple and trustworthy education. You don't need an MBA in finance, but you do need to learn the basics and learn them from those who truly know what they're doing. Books like The Intelligent Investor by Benjamin Graham or Rich Dad, Poor Dad by Robert Kiyosaki are great starting points. And videos like this one are also part of your toolkit. The rule is simple. Learn before you invest. The second step is organizing your personal finances. Without this, no investment will ever work. But it doesn't have to be complicated. A simple spreadsheet or a budget tracking app is enough. This is when you start to see where your money's going. You can only invest what you save, and you only save when you understand where you're losing. The third step is building your emergency fund. Before thinking about stocks, crypto, or real estate funds, you need security. Save an amount in a low-risk investment, like government bonds to Suro Salik, that covers 3 to 6 months of your living expenses. This is what will protect you and give you peace of mind to move forward. Now, with these 3 pillars in place, you're ready to enter the market smartly. With your foundation built, it's time to go from theory to practice. The truth is, you only really learn to invest by investing. And no, you don't need $1,000 to start. With just 50 or 100, you can take your first step. The secret is to start small, but start consciously. First, open an account with a trusted brokerage. Today, there are many reliable fee-free platforms. Then pick a safe and simple investment, like government bonds to Suro Salik. It's ideal for beginners due to its low risk and high liquidity. If you prefer something more diversified, an ETF, like BOVA 11, which mirrors the Brazilian stock index, can be a great gateway. That way, you're exposed to the market without having to pick individual stocks. But the main point here is this. You need to experience investing. See the money leave your account and turn into assets. Feel the market fluctuations. Track your progress. Smart investors don't learn only from books. They learn on the battlefield, through small mistakes, simple wins, and steady discipline. And it all starts with that first investment, even if symbolic. Because once you take the first step, the second one comes easier. Now that you've taken the first step, it's time to avoid the most common mistakes that knock beginners off course. The biggest one? Trying to get rich quick. That mindset leads people to gamble everything on miracle promises, trendy stocks, crypto that's about to explode, and shady WhatsApp groups full of hot tips. The result? Lost money, frustration, and quitting early. Another deadly mistake is not diversifying. Putting all your money into one asset is like building a house on a single pillar. If it falls, everything goes down with it. A smart investor spreads the risk, starts with fixed income, gradually moves into stocks, but always respects their profile and long-term goals. There are also those who sell their investments during the first drop. That happens when you invest without understanding what you're doing. Remember, volatility is part of the game. The market goes up and down. What matters is time. Your job is to resist panic and focus on consistency. Avoiding these mistakes is what separates the curious from the committed. And if you really want to grow, you need to develop a mindset that sees beyond the now. And that's exactly what we're going to talk about in the next step of your journey. Investing isn't just pressing buttons. It's taking control. It's shifting roles from being just a consumer to becoming an owner. Owner of assets, of decisions, of your future. The smart investor understands that every dollar invested isn't spent, it's planted, and seeds take time to grow. The market will fluctuate, headlines will scare you, and returns won't come in a straight line. But those with long-term vision aren't shaken by the short term. They think like partners, like builders of wealth, like someone creating something big step by step. And that's where the real difference lies. If you want real growth, stop looking for shortcuts and start building habits. The key is consistency, investing month after month, even if it's just a little. Because over time, that little becomes a lot. And that's how true wealth is built. Today, you've seen that investing isn't a privilege for a few. It's a real possibility for anyone willing to start with what they have. You've learned the first steps, the mistakes to avoid, and the mindset you need to go far. But now the decision is yours. You can leave this video with just more information, or you can turn that knowledge into action. Open your account, choose your first investment, and begin your journey. Remember, smart investors aren't born ready. They're forged one decision at a time, and yours starts now. If this video helped you, subscribe and share it with someone who needs to hear this.